Very excited to talk to our next guest, Leroy. We've talked to a lot of great fighters. We've talked to a lot of great UFC champs, but as Pat Riley said, we got the Orca, we got the whale, Dana White. He joins us here on the show. You got UFC 263 coming up on Saturday. Two awesome title fights. Was Israel Adesanya taking on Marvin Vettori. A rematch between Davison Figueiredo against Brandon Moreno for the rematch for the flyweight title. Nate Diaz is back in the cage. Leroy taking on Leon Edwards. It's a hell of a card. Dana, thanks for the time, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm fired up for this one too. This is our third sold out venue since you could get 100% people back. Sold out. We almost doubled the gate here from the last time that we were here. We held the record already. We broke the record again and almost doubled it this time. It's going to be over a $4 million gate. So if you saw Jacksonville, you saw the fight in Houston, and now this weekend in Arizona, it's going to be nuts.
I was in the building for Jacksonville, Dana. It was like, unlike any sporting event I've ever been to, man. Like how long did it take you to get down off that high? Because they were jacked up that entire night.
No, man, I love it. Listen, I'm a big fan of the NFL, and I love going to NBA games, right? Now, NBA games aren't as exciting to watch on TV as they are to be there live, especially if you're in the right seats, right? When you're live at an NBA game, it's fun as hell. Now, football is awesome to watch on TV, not as great live. I don't care where you're sitting. It just doesn't have that same feeling that it does live. UFC is one of those unique experiences where it's incredible on TV and it's even better live. You can't explain to people. They have to experience it. It is the best live sporting event on earth. And whenever that moment happens, whether it's the knockout or the whatever, you have 20,000 people who react to it at the same time. And there's this energy and buzz that cannot be matched.
And I agree with you because I haven't been in it as long as Tobin has. And so he's been dragging me along. We've gone to some fights locally. We went to the BB&T Center, the last card that you had there. And you can't comprehend seeing somebody get hit up close and personal. It has a different sound that you don't hear on TV. Everybody reacts to it, but you don't get that reaction on TV. When you see it live, it's unbelievable. But here's my question for you. We saw your board and you have everything planned, and you plan the venues and the fights and who's gonna fight who. Is it easier to do all these things when you don't have to deal with a lot of promoters, or is it more difficult dealing with mostly the fighters?
The fact that we don't have to deal with a bunch of different promoters makes it a lot easier. And what we do is we've built a business model where we can make the fights that people want to see. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, we've been around for a while, been boxing fans for a while, and there'll be those fights that we're dying to see, and we either don't see them or we see them 5 years too late.
Yep, the 90s killed me. The 90s killed me with all the heavyweights that we wanted to see fight, and then the Tyson situation, and it killed boxing for me.
Yep, I agree.
Dana, this fight coming up, Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz coming back. Nate, it's great, always great. It's always like a special thing when you get Nate back into the cage. But what is that like dealing with the Diaz brothers? Because everybody loves them, but it feels like they're very squirrely. You never quite know when they're in the mood to fight. So, how many yeses do you have to get from them before you're absolutely sure? Okay, Nate Diaz is serious. He's coming back, and it's going to be this amazing fight against a top contender.
It's true, but it's really not that bad. I think we've kind of gotten used to dealing with them. I think in the beginning, it's a lot tougher because we weren't used to that. We've gotten used to it, and Nate's coming back now and taking on the number 3 ranked guy in the world. This isn't he isn't jumping back in trying to look for easy fights. He's coming in and fighting a straight killer. So it should be a fun fight. People do love the Diaz brothers, and they love them for this reason. These guys come in to fight, and they're ready to fight tough guys.
This upcoming matchup, this title fight between Israel, do you think that he's going to go back to? I mean, he took such a big swing when he was trying to go get the belt at 205. He's coming back down to middleweight where he's been absolutely spectacular. Do you think that the loss is going to Jan? Is it going to have any lasting effects on him? coming back down, or do you think that he's going to go back to probably his dominant, spectacular ways now that he's back in his home?
Yeah, I think it's the exact opposite. I think the loss, taking that shot at light heavyweight has fueled the fires for him. He wanted to come right back and fight again. He's taken on Marvin Vettori, who he had a tough fight with the first time that they fought. And, Vettori wins. He becomes the first ever Italian UFC world champion. So there's a lot on the line for both guys, which makes this fight even more fun.
Dana, when guys are moving weight classes, do you have that conversation with them, or do they come to you and say, I want to move up?
Yeah, they let me know they want to move up, and, we'll guide them whether we think it's the right time or not. When Adesanya wanted to do it, it was definitely the right time. He'd gone through that division and beat all the top guys. So, it was something we thought was the right time.
I know you get badgered about this every city you go to, but you did say after the Jacksonville card, you're on DeSantis doing you the solid. More fights coming to the Sunshine State. What are the odds we're looking at a fight down here in Miami? When are we bringing the party back down here, Dana?
Well, your incredible governor, DeSantis, was just here yesterday, right? Yesterday, yeah, he was here yesterday. So he and I talked a lot about Florida and opportunities in Florida. So soon we will be back in Miami soon.
So I wanted to ask you this: the idea. I know this whole thing with GSP came out where he blocked you guys blocked the boxing match with Oscar De La Hoya. What are the odds Dana White says yes if it's not Oscar De La Hoya? I like a great team petty grudge as much as anybody. I know you and Oscar not the closest of friends. So if he comes to you and he says it's Canelo or if it's Floyd Mayweather, is it more likely that you let him to go box and you just wanted to stick it to Oscar?
De La Hoya's. Let's start there. Okay. Number one. Number two, I didn't block George St. Pierre from fighting. He's under contract with me. That's like saying that's like the Raiders saying, they blocked Tom Brady to play quarterback for us. No, he's under contract with me, you moron. Okay. And when De La Hoya offered him the fight, we offered him a fight for 3 times more money. Okay. Everything you hear from all these guys out there is a crock of shit. They're all full of shit on how much money they're making and what they're doing and all this other stuff. Listen, Floyd Mayweather is a draw. And then you put that together with this kid who's been a YouTube star since he was 13 years old. These guys pulled something off, and they both made some money. They're not making the money that everybody's saying they're making. But when you take a kid that's never fought, right, and you take arguably the greatest boxer, 35 pounds heavier, age difference, all this stuff, people were interested and they did it. I said this the other day. It's like, I got my heavyweight champion saying, oh, what am I doing wrong? First is you're counting other people's money. Let's start there, number one. Number two, you should have started a YouTube channel when you were 12 or 13 years old and became super famous. It's like, imagine if Kim Kardashian wanted to fight Amanda Nunes, okay? How much money do you think that would make? It would probably be one of the biggest pay-per-views. It would probably break the record of pay-per-views, right? Now, should other fighters be going, what am I doing wrong? Not doing anything wrong. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Kim Kardashian is a huge star, and there's always going to be a market for these type of fights.
Dana, we have a rule for that. Stay in your lane.
Exactly. 100%.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Do your thing. Don't hate on these other guys.
Right.
They made some money, all right? And don't count other people's money.
Well, you listen. Take some of your money. Buy UFC 263 coming up this weekend. ESPN Plus. It's a hell of a card, man. You got the top 3 on this one. It feels like it's can't miss. So thanks for spending some time with us. We really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
For having me, boys.